Hey, hope everybody's keeping safe and well. So, following Wednesday's budget, we just wanted to bring you a bit of an update. So, as I have already mentioned in another video, nothing really happened on the residential sale side. So, today we're going to discuss the landlord side. So, I'm very kindly joined by John Holliday of Pocknells Accountants. Hello, John.
Hello. Oh yeah, how are you?
Yeah, really well, thank you. How are you?
Good. Yeah, good, thank you.
Good. So John is our company accountant, and mine and my brother's personal accountant, and an accountant for many businesses in Essex. There, so very kindly given up some time just to explain what has happened to landlords. Landlords not having the best of time recently, and there was a little dig again for them in the budget. So it was announced, John, that they will be paying an extra 2% on their rental income.
Yeah, so 2% on their rental income from 27, 28. So it doesn't come into 6th of April 27. But you're going to have an additional 2% on your rental income going forward. So it's going to be your rental profits. It's not actually your income, is it? It's your profits that you make from your rental.
So okay, so that's a key point for a start. So it's the profits, not the actual income.
Yeah.
And does that so if I so let's say I'm a landlord and I've got a job and I'm earning, I don't know, £40,000,
Mhm.
is that a separate tax calculation from the profits of the rental, or is it kind of amalgamated into one?
So the way that rentals always worked is effectively you add up all of your income streams, if you like. So if you've got bank interest, dividends, employment, and rental, they all get added up, and then it works out what tax band you're going to fall in, depending on how if you go over the 50,000 figure, if you're over the 100,000, if you're over the 125. So that it changes depending on where you are on the scale, effectively. So yeah, your employment income's included in the calculation.
Included in that. So, I mean, it's an extra, it is an extra tax that ultimately, but I mean, 2% probably isn't the be all and the end, or it's not kind of life-changing amounts of money, really, is it?
Not. I suspect that most landlords will just have to get on with it and and pay the tax. Unfortunately, I mean it's frustrating, isn't it, that it always seems to be landlords and business owners that are attacked in these budgets. But
Yeah.
I guess that was the pledge they made, wasn't it?
I
The
guess
start.
so. And so, obviously, speaking of business owners, because a lot of our landlords will be business owners as well. But even if some of them won't own the properties individually, they'll have them in a company. It's not just the 2% on the rental profits for individuals. There's a 2% increase on dividends. Is that right?
Yeah, so they've done a 2% increase on the dividend bands, and that's every dividend band other than the highest. So the highest one stayed unchanged, which is 39.35. Weirdly, I don't know, frustratingly, that one comes in from the 6th of April 26. So that one actually comes in next year.
Right.
That one comes in before the other one. So anyone who's receiving dividends, and that's not just rental income, that could be through an owner managed business. Anyone who's receiving dividends is going to have this additional 2% to pay on the dividends they're receiving.
Okay. And that's from next year, and
6th
then
of April 26, yeah.
the individual properties owned in individual names. That's from April 27. That's coming in.
Yeah.
Yeah. So obviously you're not here to give advice as such, but if you were starting out and just going to be buying rental properties, it makes sense to buy them in a company name potentially.
Yeah, I think it probably does. I mean, obviously, there's other parts to it other than just tax. So you need to look at the mortgage costs. If you're financing the property, you need to look at the mortgage costs and the other things like that because some of these parts cost more in a limited company than they do in your personal name. Um, but yeah, I think we would advise most clients to buy in a limited company if they were looking to buy resi property.
Perfect. Okay, great. I think that's probably all the update there was. I say it wasn't a massively overwhelming budget from a housing market point of view. I'm sure you're very busy with other bits on it.
Yeah, there's lots. I mean, there's lots that went on. I mean, to be fair, I think the budget was a lot of hype, and then actually it probably wasn't quite as bad as what they sort of made us all believe. So I think there was a lot of worry in our industry about what was going to come out in the budget. And actually, in the end, probably our clients are quite relieved it wasn't as bad as what they were expecting.
Yeah.
So
No,
don't know.
good.
Don't know if that makes it a good budget or a bad budget. I think
Well,
it's
I
bad.
don't know, and like all things, when they meddle, especially with landlords and things, I imagine that the increase in tax will be offset by an increase in rent, and it's the tenant that ends up paying for it anyway, which is
And the same in the business. So the same thing with increasing the minimum wage and increasing I mean, the minimum wage is the one that's going to hurt most business owners, to be
Mm.
honest, because it pushes everyone's pay up. But by pushing everyone's pay up, prices go up. So it's the same thing effectively. It's the same for landlords, they increase their rent. It's the same for businesses, they increase their prices. Unfortunately, we all have to make the books balance, don't we?
Yeah, no, of course. So yeah, so it's the tenants and the consumer maybe that ends
They're
up paying.
paying,
Yeah.
unfortunately.
Yeah, no, fair enough. Well, look, John, thanks so much for your time. Obviously, if people want to reach out to you and want kind of wider advice and things, where's the best place to reach you?
So probably on our website, which is pocknells.co.uk, we act for a lot of landlords, got a lot of landlords, corporate and personal landlords. So yeah, if they need any help on self-assessments or capital gains tax, if they're looking to sell their properties, then yeah, we can help them with that.
Perfect. So if you need any tax advice, go and see John at Pocknells. Obviously, if you need help finding tenants for your properties, come and see us here at Charles David Casson. So, John, thanks again. I really do appreciate your time.
Thank you very much.